Dear students, now in this video we are going to discuss about 11th standard computer science chapter 3 computer organization part 5. The previous video we discussed about memory hierarchy and RAM. What is meant by RAM? Okay. Now in this video we are going to discuss about types of RAM and read only memory and types of ROM. Okay. So what are the different types of RAM and then what is meant by read only memory and what are the different types of ROM. Okay. So first we see about what are the different types of RAM are used. Okay. So there are two basic types of RAM are used. This different types is based on their technology, how they can store the data in their device. Okay, so RAM can be classified into two types, that is dynamic RAM and static RAM. How this classification can be done means this classification is based on the technology, how this data can be stored. Okay, so these two types differ in the technology they use to hold data, how they can hold the data. Okay, whether it is hold permanently or if is it refresh frequently, like that. Dynamic RAM being a common type needs to be refreshed frequently. So dynamic RAM is the common type of storage device. It can be refreshed frequently. That is, you can refresh each and every process. Static RAM needs to be refreshed less often, which makes it faster. So static RAM you can refresh less often. Okay, so it works faster when comparing to the dynamic RAM. So in static RAM is more expensive than dynamic RAM. So RAMs are classified into two types, DRAM, SRAM, that is dynamic RAM and static RAM. So how they can hold the data? DRAM always frequently refresh this memory, okay, register. And then SRAM we can refresh refreshed less often and then it works faster. Okay, so SRAM is the expensive one when comparing to the dynamic RAM. Now you can see about what is mean by read only memory. RAM means what is the expansion of RAM? Random access memory. That is, on that device you can able to do both read and write operations. In ROM we can read only the data available in this ROM chip. Okay, so the data can be stored in the ROM at the time of manufacturing, at the time of manufacturing the CPU, and that time the ROM chip is also inbuilt. Okay, so the data is available in this chip, you can able to read only mode. Okay, we can't able to change the data inside of this ROM, we just read the data. That's why we call it as a read only memory. Okay, ROM is known as read only memory. So read only memory refers to special memory in a computer with pre-recorded data at manufacturing time. So when the data is stored in ROM, it can be stored at the time of manufacturing. When the device is manufactured, at that time the data is stored in the ROM also, okay, which cannot be modified. The data cannot be changed. The stored programs that starts the computer and performs diagnostics are available in ROMs. When we switch on the system, the booting process is going on. No, the booting process, system softwares all are stored in this ROM. When we switch on the computer, the program stored in the ROM can be executed. Okay, ROM stores critical programs such as the program that boots the computer. So we already studied in first lesson, no, booting process. What is the meaning of booting process? So at that time, booting time, it will check all the hardware and software devices attached to the computer is ready to work. Okay, so when the hardware devices is not working or any software is missing, it shows the message. The keyboard is not connected to your computer, the mouse is not connected to the computer, or the OS is not ready to work. So if the system is not proper, then it shows the message. Okay, otherwise it just move on to the desktop screen. Okay, so booting process is going to check whether your computer is ready to work. That is, all the devices connected to the computer and all the software loaded into the computer is ready to work, then your computer is move on to the desktop screen. Okay, desktop is the starting screen of the Windows operating system. Okay, so once the data has been written onto a ROM chip, it cannot be modified. or removed and can only be read. So once the data is stored in ROM chip, that cannot be modified. That is, you are not able to change the content in this ROM chip, or we are not able to suppose delete the message stored on this ROM chip. Okay, we can only read the data and this ROM. Okay, ROM retains its content even when the computer is turned off. So once the data is stored in this ROM, that can be retained. It cannot be deleted, it cannot be modified. It maintains the data, whatever is stored in this ROM, the data can be maintained. So ROM is called as a non-volatile memory. We already know volatile means temporary, non-volatile means permanent memory. The content stored in ROM is saved permanently. It cannot be changed. Okay. So now you can see the ROM chip. These are the different ROM chips are available. These chips can be inbuilt with your motherboard. Okay. So now you can see the different types of ROM. There are 4 different types of ROM chips are available. PROM, programmable read-only memory, and then EPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, and the next one is erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, and then EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, so these are the different types of ROM. Okay, so what are the different types? First one is ROM, that is read-only memory, and then PROM, programmable read-only memory, and then EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, and then EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, now we see one by one. Programmable read-only memory. So PROM, programmable read-only memory, is also a non-volatile memory on which data can be written only once. So PROM is also known as a non-volatile memory. The programs can be written only once in PROM chip. Once a program has been written onto a PROM, it remains there forever. Okay, so once the program is written in PROM chip, that can be maintained. Unlike the main memory, PROMs retain their content even when the computer is turned off. The PROM differs from ROM chip. So how it differs from PROM and ROM means, PROM can store the programs by the special PROM programmers. In PROM, the content can be stored after the manufacturing. Okay, that is, in PROM chip, the content can be written by the PROM programmer. But in ROM chip, at the time of manufacturing itself, the content can be stored in this ROM chip. Okay, so that is the difference between PROM and ROM chips. Okay, now you can see this. PROM is manufactured as a blank memory. So how it can be manufactured? It can be manufactured with the blank memory. That is, there is no data in this chip. Okay, whereas a ROM is programmed during the manufacturing process itself. PROM programmer or a PROM burner is used to write data to a PROM chip. So how the data can be stored in this written in this PROM means PROM programmers write data in this PROM chip. The process of programming a PROM is called burning the data in PROM. Okay, so the programming of PROM chip is known as burning the data in the PROM chips. Okay, so now you can see the example of PROM chips. PROM, programmable read-only memory. Okay, now you can see this is the PROM chips used in your computers. Erasable programmable read-only memory. In this, we can able to erase the content stored in this PROM chip. How you can erase means, you can pass ultraviolet rays to erase the content in this EPROM and rewrite the program code. Okay, so now you can see the definition about EPROM. Erasable programmable read-only memory is a special type of memory which serves as a PROM, but the content can be erased using ultraviolet rays. So the content stored in this erasable programmable read-only memory can be erased by using ultraviolet rays. EPROM retains its content until it is EPROM retains its content until it's exposed to ultraviolet light. The ultraviolet light clears its contents, making it possible to reprogramming the memory. So once the content is erased in EPROM, we can able to reprogram the content in this memory. An EPROM differs from a PROM. PROM can be written only once and cannot be erased. So when the content stored in PROM cannot be erased, but the content stored in EPROM can be erased by using the ultraviolet rays. Okay. So erasable, programmable read-only memory are used widely in personal computers because they enable the manufacturer to change the content of the PROM to replace with updated versions or erase the content before the computer is delivered. So this EPROM chip can be used in the personal computers. Now you can see this is the example of EPROM chip. We can able to replace the content stored in this chip when the updated version is coming, then the old content can be erased and the new version's content can be updated in the chip and fed to the computers. Okay. Electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Another type of ROM is EEPROM. So this is a special type of PROM that can be erased by exposing it to an electrical charges. Okay, so how the content can be erased by exposing the electrical charges. Like other types of PROM, EPROM retains its content even when the power is turned off. So when the power is turned off, also the content can be stored in the EEPROM. Comparing with all other types of ROM, EPROM is slower in performance. Okay, the performance is very slow for EPROM. Now you can see the EPROM chip. Okay, that is used in microprocessor computers. So that's all about the ROM and their types. Okay, so next class we discuss about the next topic in this lesson. Okay, students, thank you.